What's up, YouTube? It is time for another pickups video. It's been about a month since I did the last one. First, I want to start off with the controllers that I bought. The first one came into work from, I work at Game Exchange, and I'd been looking for this for a while, and since we're only selling them for like 40 bucks, I did pick up the DualShock 4 Star Wars Edition controller. It's pretty awesome. I had been eyeing this for a while, but I didn't realize that it had Star Wars etched into the touchpad, so that's pretty cool. Also, the L1 and R1 buttons are blue and red, and it's a pretty awesome controller. Love Star Wars, so I had to pick it up. Also got in another Nintendo 64 official controller, and it's the jungle green. So that's like the third color I've got. I've got atomic purple and I've got black too. But it was only 10 bucks. Like, they've dropped down in price. It's weird because online they're not 10 bucks. Okay, so I went into vintage stock also, but vintage stock usually has everything way overpriced. It's like at least $10 over eBay prices most of the time, but sometimes I catch some slipping, especially on complete in box cartridge games. Sometimes they price them as loose. So this was the case this time. I found Star Wars Battle for Naboo. I know it's not really anything that special, but I paid 13 bucks for it, and it's complete in box. The cardboard's in there, the registration cards, the manual, and the cart is really nice condition too. Yeah, $13, but on VGPC they have it listed as like $35 complete in box. So I think I did pretty good. Plus, I don't think I had any Nintendo 64 games complete in box, so that's pretty awesome. I'll have to get a protector for it too. The game itself it's okay. I don't think it's really anything that special, but next up, I did put my Video Games Monthly games from June in this lot. Because I went through them and I played all of them, a little bit of all of them. I had heard a lot of people talk about this one for a while and I had never tried it out, but RC Pro-Am, I kind of got lost into playing this because it's actually a really fun game. Also, Excite Bike. It's an okay game, not really anything too special. It's very common too, so this was a mistake that I made on eBay. So I get on eBay at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm looking through everything and I find a really good deal and I'm like, oh my gosh, but it only has like 30 seconds left. So instead of clicking on the description, I go ahead and just wait for the bid to get close to end, and I hit 20, like right at like 5 seconds left or whatever, and I won it. It is $20 less than what I would pay for the original copy, but when I got it in the mail, I was like, this looks fake. First, label is like brand new, and it looks a little weird to me, and then also the back label is really dark. Also, the Nintendo part that's etched into the cartridge itself, the eye is rounded instead of square. So I opened up the cart and looked at the board and it was fake. Usually I'm really good about doing this, but afterwards I looked into the item description and it said that it was a repro. So it works and plays just fine. And like I said, I mean, I paid $25 less than what it actually sells for the original copy, so it's a cheaper way for me to play it, and it's a fun game, so I guess I can't really complain too much, just a little disappointed, that's all. This one was also Video Games Monthly. Donkey Kong 64. I had never played this one before. It is actually kind of like a 3D platformer instead of like the original 2D side-scrollers, and kind of almost like looks like Banjo-Kazooie type gameplay. So I'll have to give it a try. I hear it's really long. Also picked up another game for my Switch. That is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I already had this on Wii U, but I figured I needed something other than Puyo Puyo Tetris to have on the go, because I mean it's only fun for so long. But Breath of the Wild is a good one to take on the go with me. Also, this was a Goodwill pickup, Turok on PlayStation 3. I don't know how I feel about this because it's kind of cheesy. All I really got of the game was cutscenes, and then I kind of quit. So, these were also Goodwill pickups. They were $2 a piece, but I got Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6. I really like the way Gran Turismo 6 is laid out. You really have to go through and unlock everything. So it seems like it might take a while to fully complete it too, which is pretty cool. Stop putting all these things on top of that box. Okay. This was Video Games Monthly as well. We got Soul Calibur 2 on Xbox. I played as Spawn and I got pretty far. It's a pretty fun game. I like it. Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. Got this for $5 at Goodwill. It's like a $15 game. Thankfully, this was backwards compatible on the 360, so I could play it. I've never played any of these before, but it's like a platform where you balance the ball and you've got to like move it around into like a slot or whatever. It's like a puzzle game anyway, but it's alright. It's not really my type of game. Iron Phoenix, I got this in Video Games Monthly as well, but I didn't open it up. It's not backwards compatible with 360, and it's sealed, so, which is pretty cool that Video Games Monthly did that. Even if it's not that great of a game, I mean, sealed games are nice. I don't like to keep sealed games on my shelf, but the nice thing about it is if I ever do get an original Xbox and I decide to play it, it's going to be in perfect condition because it's still sealed. So that's a plus of that. But yeah, I leave them sealed until I decide to actually play them. Then I will open them. Unless they were like completely rare, I'm not gonna keep them sealed. This was a freebie at work because somebody took in one disc when it was supposed to be a 2-disc. So I took this with me. I recently started playing the original Mafia. I played a little bit of it anyway because I got it in my last Pickups video. And this is Mafia 2. And they seem like really fun games like Grand Theft Auto, but set in like 1930s. So I'm going to have to give them a playthrough because they seem really fun. Also got Tony Hawk's Underground 2 at Goodwill. I thought I already had this, but apparently I didn't. I mean, there's not really much to say about Tony Hawk. Everyone knows what it's like. Lego Soccer Mania. It's pretty much Lego soccer. I like soccer games and I like Lego games, but this is very, very simple, almost too easy. But I had never seen it before, so I picked it up. This was a trade I did with Eric, also known as Humble Bumble on YouTube. But I traded him Frequency to get Amplitude because I can never find Amplitude anywhere. Frequency I see all the time. And this is an awesome game. It's pretty much what inspired the Guitar Hero games. But you have like these tracks, and you've got like a vehicle right there that you can switch from one track to the other. Each track represents a different instrument. So like the volume for that instrument or like the vocals gets louder on whichever one you switch to. And it's pretty crazy because it's only with a controller. There's no like special like guitars or anything to play it with, but it's pretty awesome. It's got a wide variety of music too. So if you like rhythm games at all, which I'm very picky about them, but there are some that I really do like. This is awesome. Superman Shadow of Apocalypse. This was a game that I got at a garage sale for $1. I had never seen it before, and the artwork looked pretty cool, so I figured I'd pick it up. It's not a very good game, though, unfortunately. I don't know if there are any good Superman games out there because apparently the majority of them suck. But it was only $1 and I didn't have it, so might as well put it in my collection. This was a pickup from Best Buy. This was not a game, but I did find the trilogy of Spider-Man, the original trilogy with Tobey Maguire, and those are my favorite ones. So besides Spider-Man Homecoming, it was so awesome. You guys should see it if you haven't yet. I had my doubts, but it's a very good movie. But I really like the artwork of this case here, and it's also like got an art book in there too, so that's pretty cool. It's got a lot of extra features as well. It's like 30 bucks. So they had one that had like every single Spider-Man movie, but it was like $60, and I like the Amazing Spider-Man. I mean, it's okay, but it's not as nostalgic to me as the first two, especially. This was a trade I did with MT Shark 7. I had a Pokemon Sapphire game, and it was like an extra, and the battery needed replaced. So he said he'd trade me for it, and this is what I got. I got Resident Evil 6. I had never played this game before. I've played like 4 and 7 and a little bit of the first one. Or the one, no, it was Resident Evil 0. I don't know if that was like the first one or not. But anyway, it plays a lot different. A lot of people hate on it because it's more action-based. What I can tell you, for what little I played of it, it's like all like quick time events, which is a little strange for a Resident Evil game. But I'm still gonna play through it, and I was kind of surprised I didn't have this already. But he also threw in, I don't know if you guys read, but I like reading books, and lately I've been really into Stephen King. So he sent me an extra. He sent me The Running Man, which I don't know if this is like the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is based off of, which it might be. Right now I'm reading the Dark Tower series. I'm on the second book, and I'm also reading The Stand, which is like a 1,500-page book, but it is very good. I'm only like 200 pages away from being done with it, but highly recommend it. This one was a big surprise to me. I didn't expect to like this at all. I almost passed it up even because I was like, nah, I don't really need this game. But I got this, I think it was $2, and Child of Eden. It's like a rhythm game. But I spent well over 20 minutes testing this game because it was really fun. It almost plays like a shoot 'em up, which is really strange. But it's very colorful, very vibrant. The music is really good, and the visuals are really pretty too. So, highly recommend it. I didn't even play it with the Kinect. It's fine with the controller even. So, this is also a Goodwill pickup. Avatar the game. Got it for $5. I didn't have it, and I really like the Avatar movie. I don't really have much to say about it because I didn't play too much of it. This was a freebie from work because it was too scratched and they were going to throw it away, and I decided I would take it. Spider-Man Web of Shadows, and it works just fine. The game is okay. It's not anything too special, but it's Spider-Man. This was also a freebie because the same reason. Killzone. This is a first-person shooter, and it seems like it's a really good game, so I might have to get into this series because I've never played any of them. Now, these were yesterday's pickup. I haven't played through any of them, so but I decided I was going to just go ahead and add these in. But this was a Goodwill pickup yesterday. I got all this for $17, and it's pretty awesome. Goodwill's been like completely dry for about 2 weeks, so super pumped about this. But I got Flat Out 2. This was $2. It's complete. I never see this out and about anywhere, but it looks pretty awesome. Almost like Demolition Derby slash racing. I know like Flat Out 4 just recently came out, but I've never played any of these, but it looks really fun, so I'll have to test it. I need to test it anyway, make sure it works. Also got Hitman 2, Silent Assassin. Never played any of the Hitman games either, but this one looks really cool. I think I have one of them, but it's not this one. I'm not sure which one it is. This one's also complete. This was $2 as well. And then on the Wii, I picked up Boom Blocks. It's not complete, but it looks interesting. I don't really know. It almost looks like Jenga. So, and Steven Spielberg. So, might be interesting. Kind of weird that he helped with a video game, but I don't know. This one I have played before, but I didn't own it for some reason. But Left 4 Dead 2 on 360. This one is complete in box. It was $4 for this, but I figured why not? I didn't have it yet, so pretty awesome. Now this was the find yesterday. I couldn't believe it. I usually what I do is I go around like noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Mondays, because I feel like that's the best time, because after the weekend they start putting out all the stuff they couldn't put out on the weekend because they were probably too busy. And usually they'll have like these shopping carts full of books, movies, and games that they just like sit there ready to be put out, but they put them out later. So I dig through these carts. Not a lot of people do, but at the bottom of it, I found Hyrule Warriors on Wii U. This was $5, and it is factory sealed. I didn't have this yet. I've played the demos at Best Buy, and it seems kind of like a Dynasty Warriors meets Zelda, and I am so pumped for this, because this is like still like worth like $35–40 brand new. So super pumped, and I really need to up my collection in Wii U, so this is awesome. And then last but not least, today I did get one of my pre-orders. I figured I'd add it into this video. I'm going to open it up on camera too. This is Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. This is the remaster of Final Fantasy XII. This is also the limited edition steelbook case. So I'm not really sure what all it comes with, if it comes with like an art book or anything inside. So let's see. Super excited, because to be honest, the only Final Fantasy games I've played and I've completed were Final Fantasy X and 15, and I loved them. After 15, I'm like, man, I really do like these games. I'm gonna have to play through all of them. And so this is, I mean, I already had it on PlayStation 2, but I was going to wait for the remaster. So this is what the steelbook looks like. So pretty cool. Alright, so I've got a code here. This is for background music DLC. Digital code to unlock original soundtrack. Pretty cool. Also on my GameStop receipt, I got a code for a free Final Fantasy movie, and I'm not sure which one it is. So pretty excited about that too. I think it applies to any Final Fantasy game that's bought right now for the 30th anniversary. Just a little kind of manual sort thing, and then this, and then there's the game. That's really all that it came with. Kind of was hoping that maybe it had like some kind of little art or something, but still pretty awesome. The inside of the case looks pretty cool too. So I hope they do more of these remasters for like some of the older ones. That'd be awesome. 13, I think, should get a remaster too. A lot of people hated on it, but some people really liked it. You know, they changed up the fighting mechanics like they did in 15. And I love turn-based, but I don't really think it's too big of a deal. I played a little bit of 13, and it doesn't bother me too much, to be honest. So, and I liked 15. I liked the way the fighting was a little sloppy in a way, but it still is fun. So, well, that's all I've got, and until next time, I will see you guys later.